He will be happy to help because it's so boring in his cell. And did you read the letter? Because he spent a lot of time making that perfect.
Zarin will note that everything seemed perfectly fine. He thinks that Sandville did a great job.
He will be happy. And he does think like he has an idea of what that particular item does, as he has seen the material before.
Zarin will also take this opportunity to thank him again for helping Connor.
He was happy to help and would do so again. No hesitation.
It technically isn't so bad after all.
You take that back. You take that back, or I shoot you.
Sandville will tell you that this particular piece of clothing is made from a material called narrowplast.
What? Okay.
Which makes it a narrowplast armor.
Yes.
It has the property that it can change its color, allowing the wielder to, or the wearer rather, to blend into his surrounding, granting a +3 competence bonus on stealth checks.
That's like the best sniper suit.
It also gives as an armor +2 AC with a max dex of +8. It counts as light armor.
That's not too bad, actually.
It can hold 24 charges, and changing the coloration takes 1 charge. The coloration does stick permanently after that, until you change it.
And may I ask
It's
for the
not
price for this fantastic artifact?
And it's not time worn, right?
It's not time worn.
Holy shit.
It's in very good condition.
Yes.
Yes. Shonda's like, my body is ready. Thank you, Zarin, for opening the crate. Thank you, Sandville, for identifying the... Thank you, Zarin, for...
Oh, Sandville, you dumb... Oh, thank you, Sharon.
So it's basically like a leather armor that camouflages you and has more dex.
I mean,
Awesome.
I don't see why not. Go ahead. If you want to wear the tech suit, Jonah, go for it.
I would love the
take it.
tech suit.
Awesome.
However...
How many charges did it have?
It can hold up to 24. Does it have any right now?
It does not have any currently.
And a battery carries 10 charges, right?
Yes.
Right? Yeah, so it would take like 2.5 batteries.
I can slam a battery in there.
Yeah.
You might as well just go ahead and take one of our batteries for now.
Okay.
Yep.
What's it worth, Sheep? Just out of curiosity.
The worth would be 1,200 gold pieces.
Okay. That's not as
I
fantasized.
I know, if it was like worth 10,000, like...
Yeah, I would be... Yeah, no.
Actually... Magic weapons for those, eh?
Oh, Clock Father.
There was a great sword I wanted.
In that case, I will take the Neroplast suit.
Okay, I've deducted one of the batteries so that you can juice it up with 10 charges.
Can you send
one friendly help. Keep track of the empty batteries that you're carrying around.
Silver discs?
Worst case, they can be used as silver discs, but just...
Okay.
We can recharge them, perhaps.
Count one empty battery.
We should have kept all the silver discs quickly.
I imagine there's some silver discs that are just like too old to be recharged.
That's of course a tip from Sandville that he'll give you with a wink.
And he winks.
What does that mean, Sandville?
You will know in time.
Like if we set up the power relay or something, maybe we could like funnel it into like
my god, that's
we can
brilliant.
use it as like our battery recharging box. Yeah.
Brilliant.
But if there's like a power source down there beneath Torch, which we think there might be.
Yes, I like everything you're saying.
Shower me your thoughts.
So, Sheep, can you paste the description of the Neroplast armor so I can put it in my... This is what the tech things do.
Yes, Jake is the keeper of the tech knowledge.
If you don't care about the formatting, I can.
Yeah, that's fine. I'll fix it up anyway.
Let's see what happens. Yeah. Okay, that's not as bad actually.
I mean, unless you did like unless you did breaks or like paragraphs, it's gonna appear like that.
Yeah, in Notepad it's one giant line, and I have to break it up anyway. So, yep.
Armor check penalty?
None. No armor check penalty.
My god. This text is great.
And if you could find someone to imbue it with magical properties too.
That's definitely possible,
The
yes.
sky would be the limit.
Oh, you can magic it? Oh.
Yes, that's the thing you can do with guns too. Is I'm looking forward to I get a high tech gun that I can ensorcel. You know, it's the best.
Yeah. By the way, I'll probably do the same thing that Grimmeth has done with the loot and put all of these tech descriptions on a common Google page.
The only regret would end up being that it does appear to slow your speed down to 20 feet.
No, it does not.
Oh, okay.
Oh, okay.
That's an error in the formatting.
Ah, okay, got it. I didn't say, wow, light armor that slows you down to 20 feet. Shit.
It has zero penalty, but
speed 30 feet equals 30 feet, and then speed 20 equals 20.
Yes.
Okay, got it. Ah, I see. There's 2 speed categories there.
It's because they're usually like next to each
Usually
other.
for like a medium or heavy armor, it's like if you have 20 feet movement, you have 15 with this.
Okay, I get it.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's what we're gonna do, Sheep. Or at least that's what it looks like. Everyone else has come along. Following Connor's suggestion, I gotta keep the power relay in the most defended location in the garrison, and Zarn is going to stay awake and ensure that. I guess leaving with like some like a thoughtful suggestion to his adopted parent that if people have come by to look for and burn the places down where they're looking for this power relay. I mean, he knows Connor can handle himself, but just to make sure that
He thinks the idea is reasonable enough.
Okay.
The garrison would be very difficult to burn down as it is a brick building.
Good. But Zarin doesn't want to like go back home in the morning and find that his home is burned down because people went looking for the power relay there again. That's his warning.
Mm-hmm.
Should we post any guards at the...
We don't have the authority to do that.
Yeah, but we can ask the council.
Well, I mean, Connor, if he feels like he needs guards, I think he can get guards.
No, I mean at the entrance to the place.
The lake.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure it'll be fine.
I'll put the masterwork leather armor in the pile again.
Okay.
In retrospect, I don't want it.
This is glorious. Now will look even more like my actual like profile picture here.
So you do.
Plastic armor.
Yeah, Neuroplast armor.
And we'll spend the night there, shoot.
You spent the night, and the night does pass uneventfully.
Okay, good.
Oh, I suppose we go get the thing from Connor.
And we'll have to stop by the foundry first, just to make sure it hasn't burned down. We'll have to swing by the Clockfather and get our blessing. I don't know whether, you want us to, I don't know how long you want the session to go, Sheep. I don't know whether...
That would be a thing I was going to ask next, because chances are that unless we want to stop at a very cliffhangery time, now might be a good spot, even if it's a tiny bit early.
How far we're looking then, for cliffhanger? Are we talking 4 more hours?
Probably not 4. Maybe 2.
Okay.
Maybe 1, depending on how fast things go. Who knows?
Well, I could go on, but...
I also can.
2 hours is a bit too much for me.
Alright. Think Jonas might feel the same way.
I wouldn't mind resting a little bit.
Alright.
Still somewhat getting this.
But still, we've managed to clear out an entirely separate section, and we've certainly gotten some prizes, most of which Jonas is wearing.
You can... do we level up, Sheep?
You do, in fact, get a level, which is another good reason to stop here.
Oh, it's glorious!
Awesome. Ooh, yes. Oh, that
excuse me.
technologist.
Also, here's the
Yeah,
picture
that's
of the
basically
suit.
what I'm wearing, on my picture.
Looks cool.
I'm so
It
happy.
looks cool, and you can change the color of that for all the fashion events, the baristas.
We are
like a
lucky
racing
that
suit.
these aliens have very human physiology.
I mean, it's
Let's-
an efficient,
Now, what's even more concerning, and this is going to blow your mind, guys, that doesn't have holes for 4 arms. So there's more than one alien type that has been on that vessel.
My god.
Maybe they were just servants, the 4-armed people.
Might. Yeah, like valets.
The
or
foreign
something.
people seem to have made cave drawings and stuff.
Hmm.
I don't think they were the pilots.
Maybe not. I don't know what they were.
Yeah, they're the primitive slave race.
I think they were like being studied inside that place, the sandy place.
Yeah, might be
Anyway,
correct.
Personally,
hopefully by Monday I will digest all of the loot pile and fucking let you folks know how many extra gold pieces you have to blow on coke and hookers.
I'll pay you back with.
No particular rush, Manikai. Not a big deal. I'm glad we got you a powerful suit of armor. That was immediately useful.
It helped.
It's a big deal, especially because when you rage, it reduces your armor class. I would actually be tempted to have you wear the ring of protection. My only problem would be that if we put your AC too high, they'll just say, "Yeah, fuck it. We're just gonna attack someone else."
Thing is, I'm dangerous enough that that's difficult to do.
That's true.
Like if you want to ignore me, and give me attack opportunity, I'll take him. Generally, but I mean, I'll take it. I am not jumping at it though, because, well, I mean, you might even need the armor more than I are.
Yeah, on the other front liner, I would ask to wear the ring of protection +1.
It is a typical like caster item, but Heinrich has yet to really be in the front line, which he should be.
I think Saren wearing it is perfectly fine. To me, at least.
Yeah, you also have less
That's-
HP than I have.
Does that even stack with the mage armor?
Yes.
Yes, it would.
Mage armor is an armor bonus. Ring of deflection or protection is a deflection bonus.
Sheep. In order to, I just want to clarify, the hemochem stuff, that would be injected using the med lance, right?
Hemochem, let me double check. I believe that's just a paste you put on the
Okay.
wound.
Oh, okay. I thought it was a lance thing.
No, that does indeed need to be injected with the medlance. You're correct.
Okay. And we only have the one med lance currently?
Only
Yes.
have the one med lance.
The
Alright,
medlance
so-
does not need charges, however, it does break down after
It
10
breaks
uses.
after 10, exactly. But we can use it to inject potions, pharmaceuticals, poisons, anything, so... As a move action.
For a 2-week hiatus, I thought we did extremely well this session. Good work, guys.
Yeah. A real big.
Progress!
I feel as though we did meaningful. I feel vindicated in campaigning for us waiting around a few days and seeing if someone comes after the relay. I'm glad that happened. As Jonas's eye fucking died to like the wave of these rat folk who fucking like swarm over each other and take ranged sneak attacks.
That is
Stop
what
it.
that folk characters actually do as well.
Holy shit!
Yeah, it's just a racial thing for rat folk. They can
When
stand
they
inside
share,
each other and they get
they
flanking.
get flank on everything. That's why you.
Well, if they attack the same person, they count
Yeah.
as flanking.
That's why you would play rat folk at all.
Yeah.
But you kind of have to do it with another person who's also rat folk, because I don't know, and preferably both of you want to be rogues. So
We have encountered an incredible amount of sneak attackers in this game. The past 4 sessions.
Everyone's so damn sneaky.
They are.
shady.
Sorry, I
people-
had a hiccup there, it seems.
Scrapwall is generally known as a den of scum and villainy. That's
and
true.
rogues
The rat folk rogues come from...
come out of the sewers at night.
So we hit level 3, right? Should
Yep,
probably
level
roll the HP.
That's a fun level.
Yes. Level 3.
See how good this goes. Oh, average again.
All right, I'm
Fuck me.
I'm not sure what.
Can I...
Well, hang on. Go for it. I think
You
Jonas.
can't
go
be
now.
lucky on HP rolls, Jake.
Exactly, Jonas. I think now is your time.
It's the
What?
Hang on, Manikai, go.
10. Fuck.
Wow.
Damn it.
For
Wow.
the people currently watching and not seeing what's going on, out of the 5 HP rolls, we got 3 ones, and the other 3 just below average.
Wow. How is this possible?
My plan, my hope was that I would get above average, so that I could then take average from the rest of the game forever. But I'm digging a hole that is like I got a 1 last time, and now I got about God fucking damn it!
I got a 3 last time, and now I got
Done base.
Oh god. Well,
Can't just dedicate myself to get average forever, and then
it's time to take that toughness feat, right, guys?
Get doubled HP.
variable is
I still don't have 20 hit points.
variable hit points are stupid.
Fucking Rilladin had more hit.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not gonna have. I now have 15 hit points. In fact,
And I could have, if I had average, I would have so much more. Oh.
Constitution.
all right. I have to.
Can we
God.
can we
I
take
have to put my
average
favorite
sheep?
class
Can we
into hit points this
can
level.
we demand a
can't-
reroll like we
You
did
can't
with
just say
initiative?
forever for the rest. I will just average my HP the whole campaign forever. We couldn't just do that instead.
You definitely can't take average in retrospect after seeing that you rolled shit.
Well,
But
even
the
if
one
it's
sheep,
forever-
surely a 1 must be rerolls,
I mean,
right?
3 ones.
I'm
It's
not.
the dice
I'm
have spoken.
not doing that.
The dice has spoken, I agree.
I need
feel
to
that
catch
way,
up.
too. I signed up.
I have to take my favorite class bonus in HP instead of skill ranks this
You
level.
know, if you want to increase your hit points, Silverless Call, or the former Silverless Call, was supposedly selling a miracle brew.
It's true. It's true.
That doesn't sound like it increases your hit points.
It could.
I mean,
I mean,
it
who
would be a
knows?
miracle, hence why it's named that way. I hope you have enjoyed the session, although it was a bit shorter than it was supposed to.
I feel
Maybe
as
we'll
if we
go
accomplished
longer
something.
next session.
That's fine. I feel as if we did accomplish quite a bit. I feel we achieved a lot, and after the 2-week hiccup there, it was good to basically transition. We didn't have much of an awkward phase. We just got right to it. I like that. Is it okay at this point? I don't know how difficult the Androthan language is to be, but with so much exposure and with the professor around, is it all right to use linguistics to pick up the language sheep?
Yes.
Okay.
Despite it being somewhat unreasonable to argue that you can learn a language in like a day, we will just assume
You
We're
are
giving
not only
lessons.
is he an android, but he also has a fluent speaker around.
Well, as you would know fully well, sheep, this is not being learned in the day. This is culmination of, I mean, like, if you want to take that tact, I mean, how unreasonable is it for me in the past 4 sessions to suddenly gain 2 levels, thus, like, effectively tripling in power?
Yeah, that's the same argument, and it's perfectly fine.
How many points do you need in the linguistics to get a new language?
Every
One-
point in
one
linguistics
point
will give
equals
you one language.
Oh, I'll put 1 in there as well to get Androthan.
Oh,
There's definitely enough material to study that Pimian might have put into his notes, and Pimian himself can speak the language, so...
I get a rogue talent this level.
I just figure that it seems like we're going to be seeing a lot more of this language in the rest of the adventure path, so
Yeah. That seems
it's kind of a thing.
very likely to me.
Also, congrats, team. 3 of us rolling 1s on hit points. Yeah!
I feel very good
well,
about that.
at least to somewhat make up for that, I have trap sense +1, which gives me +1 on reflex saves and AC against traps.
You rolled a 10 last time, didn't you, Josh?
No, I rolled like a 7, I think.
7, yeah.
So is anyone above average hit points now?
No.
No.
I'm
Well,
just average, I think.
I might be.
Pretty far below.
The thing is, I'm pouring like all of my all of my bonus class things into hit
Oh,
points.
definitely. Oh, man.
I will save the server then.
Oh, at least you get max at first level.
Yeah.
I know. Don't you envy the 13th age system now, Manikai, or just
With the
you just get
HP,
it?
yes, I do. Actually, that's a much simpler. It's strange that you roll for something level based. Like,
I'm next level. I'm actually gonna do that just specifically to sheep, and no one else. Sheep, roll for your hit points. What?
Oh, it's going to be like that, is it?
The DM wars have started.
I am most certainly not
Ta-da.
above such tactics.
Ba-ba-bum, bum, ba-da-bum, bum, ba-da-bum. Both
DM
campaigns are
wars,
gonna crash and burn horribly.
DM wars with two separate campaigns is like the Cold War, because as soon as it starts, everyone loses.
Yep, it's like DEF CON. Are you gonna launch? No. Are you? No. Maybe.
No, I don't plan on losing.
Yes.
I only have 4 sessions worth of heart invested in this. You have 34 sessions of
Oh,
heart.
that's true.
But remember, Sheep, you can destroy his campaign too. The old important character with the long beard approaches you. I kill him. Oh,
you know,
well,
Okay, roll for initiative.
We couldn't kill those guys. If they're that important, we'd lose. We know the monsters there. They're much more powerful than we
oh,
are.
not all important people are super powerful mega heroes.
Oh, yeah, they are.
No, it's that kind of game.
It's a
Yes.
system built upon the top people are the icons. They're gods to us. People under them are epic people, and we couldn't even do anything to touch them. And then there's the champion people who, like us, they're, people know about them, but they're not really important. And then adventure people we can bully all we want, but they're not important at all. So
Well, it seems you need to do a career here. To me,
we need to yeah, but that's the leveling up part.
Yes, it's like Rob Heinzu and John. they designed this. They know adventures.
Like anyone who matters, they can't hurt.
that's,
You have to fight the bullies of the bullies of the bullies. You can't beat the dragon. There's no way. Not even possible. Not even.
You guys have killed a dragon in the campaign. I don't want to hear it.
We did. But that was
it
not
a
an
tiny
epic
dragon?
dragon. That was an unimportant dragon.
unimportant dragon.
As dragons go.
I'm unimportant dragon.
That dragon would disagree, were it not for the fact that she's dead.
Yeah.
It's a pretty compelling argument.
So the dragons have that too, huh? Dragon's like, I'm working, 8 to 5. I'm hoping to be promoted soon.
825 dragon.
Yeah. Just, I have my
The
time.
dragon clocks out,
Yeah.
along with the wolf and the sheepdog.
Yeah, he comes home, rests on his tiny little pile and watches telly. It's like, oh, I just want my big break,
This is like the this is like the rolling shit that you failed so horribly at in 13th Age Sheep. Eventually, you're just gonna take pity
Oh,
on
yes.
me, but just keep
Oh yes. If you think these HP rolls are bad, just let me tell you about my ability score
No,
roll
no,
for
Sheep,
my
I was,
second character.
I was on my
Sheep,
token.
I was Sheep.
I said like 5 minutes ago that I was saving the campaign.
Yeah,
Oh,
it's
you are
saving, but
Did you?
I was, yes.
but my token, it's like, oh.
I'll restart the server for you.
I think I updated and exported it perfectly.
I'll update it on my own time.
Now I can tell you, I get +2 troll saving throws from spells that my allies cast against me that I save against.
There you go.
Good work. So if you're ever in the realm of sleep,
So,
and
like
and by the way,
that's a will save though. I'll fill that anyway.
we saw great work out of sleep this session with its crowd control capabilities that do unfortunately quickly evaporate as the campaign rolls on. But for now,
there's no DM registered Sheep. Am I gonna see things?
It's fine.
Okay. Where's my
am I going to see things
the things?
you have seen?
You need to find like an armor. We're like, is that a vehicle? I'm like, no, that's an armor.
Gasp.
Just spent so much money on
Yeah,
another
the
one.
sleep spell has been working really well.
But now you
No,
get a
most-
new one, right?
I got a new level 1 spell.
The power.
Such capability.
Power.
What do you
Do
plan
you
to
have
take?
do you have an idea what you're going to take yet?
Not really. I need to take a look at the list.
I'm gonna take resist energy. I know I can already see that I'm gonna make use out of that whenever I have to put the fucking thing back in the thing and take electricity damage from it.
It's probably a decent pick.
I mean, getting resist energy as a level 1 spell is pretty nice.
It's something that keeps being useful all the way
Yeah.
to the top.
That and fairy fire. I think I was vindicated with that selection.
Yeah, no, it's very impressive.
He would have been more scary had he managed to drink that potion.
I'm sure. I'm most certainly sure. I didn't want anything to do with that.
Next level, I get spells.
Yes. Looking ahead to the next level already, Manica.
Well, this one is kind of like...
Alright, I understand.
Yeah, I
Level
get my cool stuff at level 4.
Yep, level 4 is when I get my wild shape.
It's where things really get... like it's one of the big levels. Like level 7 and level 4 are generally for classes pretty big.
I can now reload my gun as a swift action, thanks to fast musket.
Oh, I thought you bought a beneficial bandolier.
What?
Yeah, the beneficial bandolier. It's a magical item. It's worth like 1,000 gold. If you buy it and you wear it, it can carry up to 200 bullets. And as a swift action, you can teleport bullets from the bandolier into your gun.
I didn't even know that thing existed.
Well, it also, you had to spend that 1,000 gold on something else, right?
Yeah, and something that I get for free anyway. But I'll keep it in mind.
If you ever want to use your swift actions for something else.
Mm-hmm.
Jonas, at this point, before I forget, I would also like to mention that you have expressed the interest in eventually retraining away from the musket thing you're currently doing with your class to the tech-specific archetype.
Mm-hmm.
That would start being an option, since the abilities it gets at this point may even be useful.
Mm-hmm. I'll take a look at it. The thing is, I want a proper gun to use with it before I abandon the musket.
With the pistol at the moment, for example, with the first level power of the tech slinger, you could spend a grit point to not use a charge.
Yeah, I know.
That's pretty nice, especially for time-worn things that you can't recharge.
Yep.
It'll last a bit longer.
Oh,
I mean-
gotta...
But for a gun, the musket is a pretty good gun. Like it's
Yes.
a D12.
It's what I do most of my damage. I need a proper gun before I actually
What's a
like something I
proper
can
gun?
use.
Like a 2d6 gun or something.
A rifle, like an actual tech rifle, is what I want.
Yeah. All right. It's probably some distance in the future still.
Probably it's probably level 5, maybe. I don't know.
Mm-hmm.
But for now, I'll take a look, sheep. For now, I'm probably keeping the musket. Simply it's because it's my wear and tear item.
It's certainly working for you. There's no way to deny that.
I do still get a kick out of 3 people having knowledge engineering and how important that is in this campaign.
Yeah, especially now since I have technologist, I just get that +10 to engineering checks when identifying things.
Yeah, I don't even know if I should dump any points into knowledge engineering anymore.
I need 2 for feats, so I'm keeping up with it anyway.
Jake still wants to do plenty of stuff with knowledge engineering, and it's an important focus for my character. I have a +10 to my check now. What do you have, Jake?
I now have also a +10.
All right.
Yeah, my intelligence is I have 3 ranks, 3 from.
I know you have your incredible
and then
archaeology
the
bardic
halfling,
knowledge.
Yeah. Yep.
Just improving acrobatics. Just
Is
if
your
we ever meet
what is
Greece.
Mm-hmm.
your intelligence +4?
No, I have 2 points from a trait.
Ah, okay.
One of my traits makes it a class skill for me, and
Nice.
it gives me +2. Yeah. That a disabled device though. Good.
Good. Yep, I get some disabled device stuff as part of an archaeology or the archaeologist thing, but I'm not really putting points in it. I figure you've got it unlocked. Spells known. Let's see. Do I learn this spell?
So, as a reminder, anyone who picks up Outflank, I have Outflank for free, had it since level 2, so you too could get a +4 attack bonus when flanking with me.
And if you crit, any of you, the other one gets an attack of opportunity.
Yep. Oh, let's see.
Just ask Raphael and
Ballard.
Ballard how that went. That was pretty good.
It went.
It went places.
Also, for my last cantrip that I will ever learn, I'm going to be taking Mending because...
the 2 red folk.
I'll finally be picking up Read Magic.
Woo!
Woo!
Yep, I'm guided as well.
Yeah, I found other things more important for my character's flavor. But now we can have it.
Let's see. I'll probably take Grease this level. That might be handy.
I mean, why not?
Well, there's not a whole lot of useful spells, for Bard.
I'm saying why not? I mean, I've certainly made use of the Grease plenty of times. It's a useful spell.
At first, I mean, there's always things like Adamantine golems generally don't have any. Golems in general don't have any dodging skill.
No.
Robots might, but
I mean, it's a crowd control spell that later on you can throw on people to help them escape from situations, like a desperate move.
The problem is that my DCs are not going to be any good.
That's fine.
Yeah.
They still have to do that acrobatics check to not.
They
Exactly,
still could.
yeah.
They could still. Yep. Then they could still roll a 1 on the reflex save.
That has happened before, indeed.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure that with Chiron, I cast Grease at some point when we met those undead dragons. Where was that? And one of them actually fell prone with like my DC 13 DC or something.
Yep, flop. Very embarrassing for him.
dragons weren't very good at dex.
And I managed to suck the air out of a Shoggoth. That was pretty good.
There was the Age of Darkness campaign where using Wagnar Grimbeer the cleric, I used Ice Slick and fucking controlled this
dire
undead
pain.
black
Yeah.
dragon.
Completely screwed. It didn't have any.
Yeah, and then the Dire Bear too, I think.
The dire bear
Oh,
on
that
ice.
poor dire bear! Oh, jeez, that fucking
Like the
shapeshifted druid.
Yeah.
Wee.
That was literally the worst day.
And then of
his life.
course there
Humiliated
was
him
the
like 4
greased up
times.
wrestling.
And then he also lost his war. Yeah.
Poor druid.
That was great. Yeah. Beautiful.
So, should I put a point into this crafting skill or not?
I don't know. Sheep, do we have a word on crafting?
I think I'm not going to restrict magic item crafting after all, as long as I can trust you not to abuse it to all hell.
What does that mean?
Give me some parameters.
Yeah, like I'm what is what could you not craft?
Okay, Rick.
Be
Would you like
abusive
make us
craft.
roll knowledge checks to see whether we know about something in order to basically Kynrick to see whether he knew about something before he could attempt to craft it?
I just want a belt of dexterity.
Is that all
Yeah,
standard?
I'm still very much between the chairs on this one because it is definitely part of the Pathfinder system to be able to craft things. On the other hand, it has the tendency to increase the power curve to something that the adventure path can't really handle. On the third hand, which is my favorite expression because it makes no sense, I think I am capable of adjusting encounters in a way that I can still provide a challenge, meaning I don't think it will be necessary to restrict item crafting apart from the usual rules, meaning spellcraft and craft checks and time.
We are also
I think that,
we are more limited in resources in this. It seems it's not like the
And I
dragon
think you have-
campaign where just Way of the Wicked, where resources were aplenty.
We don't apparently have a lot of time available where you could just spend a month doing shit. There's also the fact that our power balance is, I think, generally lower than you might see in other campaigns due to the fact that we don't have a cleric or a wizard or a druid running around. I also think that, at least from what I've seen in the Adventure Path, it emphasizes technology stuff, and it would be a really shame. It would be a shame if we didn't see at least technological crafting.
Yeah.
Technological
Although I think we
crafting-
did have the limit, though, where I have to have seen something before I can craft
That makes
it.
sense. Like you need the
Yes.
blueprints,
Yeah.
basically. It's like,
Right.
I know you-
Well, maybe is there going to be a system to where I could invent new things?
That is plausible, yes.
Okay.
I call it the Professor Pimian Death Beam, yes.
Yes, no, exactly. Perfect. That's totally in line with his character.
This
He just like
huge-
he sees like this big junkyard and he's like, oh my god. And he
If
like
I want a Tesla module on my power armor,
Are you sure your character's not a gnome?
he's basically a gnome.
he's half gnome. On
He's,
half,
he's-
On
yeah,
the
no,
other
he's
side.
half human, half gnome. That's why he's a halfling.
Oh,
I don't think that's how it works.
that's an interesting mix.
Rolthor wouldn't know.
Yeah.
I have knowledge local. I don't know.
That makes sense.
I don't know anything technically. I can't even try.
Anyway, sheep, all I tell you as God is just rule however you feel is most comfortable. I think it would add more to the campaign than subtract, but if you think it would hamper your balancing too much for the game, then ixnay.
I agree that it would add more than subtract, which is reason enough to not forbid it.
Okay.
In craft technological items, the feat description sheet, it says that I could also repair broken technological items if it's one that I could make, and doing so costs half the raw materials and time. Does that apply to like repairing time-worn items?
Let me check, but I'm pretty sure that time-worn items cannot be repaired or recharged, period.
I think there's like one special prestige class that I saw mention of whenever I was looking at like spells and stuff that I think that you could take as like a wizard type person that is able to do things with technomancy and like like doing stuff with time worn items. Jake, that's the only thing that I've seen when I was like looking at classes.
Yeah, a broken technological item would be a technological item with the broken property rather than the time-worn property.
Someone
Right.
sunders your power armor, and you're like,
Yes.
oh, it's unique. And then the guy's like, well, I can repair it for you for half price of a new one. And you're like, well, I guess that's better than...
Well, half price, so it would be quarter price.
Yeah.
Because it's half the price of crafting it.
Yeah. Or we might find one that's broken. I was like, well,
Yeah.
that sucks. If you can't repair it. Then
Well, it would have to be something that I could craft.
There you go.
example, repair the spaceship.
I don't know whether you saw that at all, Jake, when you were making your character. There's an entire prestige class called Technomancer.
I looked at it, but I didn't want to play a wizard.
Oh, you don't
Wizard?
have to be
I
a
would-
wizard.
I guess, yeah, no, I guess it is arcane spellcasting, right?
Uh-huh.
So,
Ability to cast third level, or it would just take you a while to get to it.
So depending on the money we get from this, I might have a crafting request.
Well, I did get
I needed a level 5.
Well, we'd also
Cordune can craft, though, right?
I did get the wonders crafting
Yeah.
feat right now.
Oh, that's
Okay.
nice.
I mean,
Should have saved my damn money.
well, I mean, you bought the cloak.
Yeah, I wouldn't have helped you with the...
I got the
Oh.
cloak.
Well, no, he also bought a cloak of resistance
That's
plus
true.
one.
It's true.
Well, it's also a matter of time. Like, if
Yeah.
we're planning on doing this immediately, then he doesn't have the time to craft
It,
everything.
it would take a day.
You'd get to level 9 of the prestige class, Jake, if you took it from when you could.
I need to be level 8 would be the first level I could take.
Oh, that's
it.
true, yeah. Level 8.
Well, that wouldn't be so bad since like the skills are like so high anyway for the requirements. So I mean, not
So
a
yeah,
bad-
I would be able to get to level 9. You said this goes to like level 16, right?
Yeah.
16, yeah.
Yeah, so I would be able to get the 9th level of it.
and like the options for the Technomancer, it just sounds like flavorful, like so flavorful.
Yeah,
for what
definitely.
you
I had not even looked at this.
It is flavorful because it is a prestige class specific to the Technic League.
Oh.
Well,
Ah.
So
Maybe you'll encounter
Don't-
enough stuff from them and notes from them that you could steal their way of doing
Don't
things.
do it,
Also-
Pimian. You would break my heart.
Also, the problem is that it requires skill focus and knowledge engineering, which I don't have the feat space for.
No.
I'm going to be taking all these mechanical crafting feats.
well, I mean, you can make the feat space.
Maybe.
Or talk to Sheep, and he's like, well, who cares
I'll
about
see. I'll look at the
skill focus?
class
That's dumb
first.
anyway.
Yeah, who cares about skill? What's your base knowledge engineering? Yeah, I mean, you're fucking focused in it enough.
Yeah. Are you saying that Professor not focused? What? Why?
yeah,
Never.
I wouldn't be opposed to a PC taking a at least reflavored version of the Technomancer.
Right.
Yeah.
But I mean, Jake, recycling technology allows
that's
you to take
definitely, I'm into it.
I mean, come on.
Whenever will you play a campaign where this might be an option ever again?
Yeah, this is
Right.
literally the only campaign.
So,
Yeah.
You can
like-
recondition a time worn item to not be time worn for you.
Only me.
you can
I think-
use all these crappy.
Actually,
that seems like pretty
it's
good
like,
actually.
Like anyone
for-
could like use them, but you have to like keep track of like. A certain-
Yeah, it has. No. It says after which the item no longer has a chance of glitching when used by the Technomancer.
Yeah,
And
so
can
you,
be
you,
recharged for-
restarts
you
normally
figure
by the
out how to
Technomancer.
bypass the glitches.
Right. Yeah, you figure
Yeah.
out it, but we could like still use the item.
Yeah, but it
you
would
could-
still
and
be
you can
time
recharge
for
it.
you.
Yeah. Well, I mean, you could still at least recharge it.
Yeah.
That's a big deal.
It is.
You know? And you can
And
keep
it,
a number of items like maintained,
Yep.
and you gain proficiency with all firearms just in case we do find like a secondary one.
Ooh, we do.
Yep, you sure do.
Look at that. Ooh, Nelly G.
Yeah,
Sorry.
maybe this is actually worth it.
Yeah, you know, when we get a technological crafting lab, you
Holy
reduce the necessary energy expenditure.
Whatever
Yeah,
that
whatever that means.
sounds good.
Brilliant,
Yeah.
Professor.
I imagine that in order to like create technological items, we have to like have energy around, and they cost energy.
At third level as a swift action, a Technomancer can expend an unused spell slot if he's a spontaneous caster, or a prepared spell if he prepares spells to power a technological item he touches. Each spell level expended in this way grants the device one charge.
You couldn't
They-
imagine
they-
Timian getting into this sort of thing?
Yeah.
Yeah, despite the heavy flavor ties to the Technic, I think this Prestige class is pretty much Permian.
It
Holy
is
shit.
Timian.
Yeah.
That's why I brought it up to check to see whether you had like seen it.
I had
mean,
not even looked
It's in a
into
long
Prestige
time
classes at
still,
all.
but you know.
Yeah.
you know, it's. I mean, your character might be dead. This campaign might be over before we get to that point.
But you can dream. Dreaming
And it's a
is
D6
good.
hit die, but I mean, we roll ones anyway, so what the fuck's even the point?
Yeah, who cares?
Just this campaign, we always take one on hit dice.
Yeah.
Sucks to be a fighter or someone with a high one because you fucking lose out.
Better invest in con.
Better just play.
You lose out on some spell advancement, like one thing, but I mean,
that
like,
toughness feat is pretty good, guys.
Bard spell advancement isn't the dream, especially not for someone who doesn't have charisma.
Oh, don't say that, Rothor.
Yeah,
aw.
You're nice.
I have
You know?
charisma.
You're
lady.
nice. It's just
I
Or
have
14.
I have the default charisma for androids.
Much more than human in my charisma.
I'm so charismatic.
I think I'm actually second most charismatic person in this party.
Yeah, Rothor's a great party leader.
Yeah,
I don't know about that.
I will lead us directly ahead
Yeah,
Into the
no.
spirits.
I'm like,
through whatever perils there might be.
After he throws a torch into the brown mold.
We'll keep walking.
All right. I'm gonna go right now. I suppose cook something. I will, like I said, hopefully before or by Monday at the latest. I'll let you folks know our earnings from various items and implements, and post a log to check to make sure whether anyone might want a particular piece of equipment.
Yeah,
or not.
I'm beginning to
give
notice
me
that
one
my
second, Chief.
damage and my attack, sort of my damage output has remained stagnant for these two levels.
well, welcome to my world.
Yeah, I wanna begin doing something about that.
I need to get a better gun or get
Now
to
that
level
I can
5.
live.
If I get to level 5, then I can.
That's your big level.
Yeah, that's my big level.
Mine's level 4. That fourth level.
Level 5.
I don't really
add my
have one.
dexterity to my ranged attack damage.
What was that, Jake?
I don't really have like a big level. I guess at level 4 I get a rogue talent, and at level 6 I get evasion, but that's about it.
But who needs an evasion, right?
That's such a sucky
Yeah,
skill.
the thing is though, is that I have knowledge always.
Yes,
So, you
you
know.
do have knowledge all.
Yeah.
Oh, that's shown up.
Plus some of the rogue talents are pretty sweet, so.
So when did you get feats? Do we get one now or?
Yeah.
Yeah, we get one now. Every odd level.
When do you get those bonus feats? How do those work?
Whenever your class tells you, you get one.
For a sorcerer, the first bonus feat you get at level 7 apparently. At level 3 you get your second bloodline power.
Yeah, that's the craft wonders thing.
Oh, cool. I could also as a rogue talent at next level, I could get the firearm training if I didn't want to wait until level 8. So that's nice.
Also got the lesser confusing spell.
It's a good one.
As a
Confusion
bonus.
is like silly.
Only lasts
Yeah.
1 round though.
Lesser confusion, even though it only lasts 1 round and only targets 1 enemy, confusion can be so good. The actual confusion spell is just ridiculously good.
Confusion is really good. Lesser confusion? I don't know.
Shut into that adventurer party at the Horn, and they just all.
Yeah, that was a regular
Chance.
confusion though. And yes, they got wrecked by that.
Yeah, that dude was just bumbling around in his
Killing
water
each
orb.
other. Yeah.
The nice thing about this confusing spell is that there's no limit to how long you can use it. There's no HD thing or anything.
All right.
Yeah, it
Let's
does have a
cast
will
this,
save. It does have a will save, and even then, you only have a 75% chance that the enemy is not doing anything. So it's not a complete lockdown spell, but confusion in general can just be very good.
Well,
in
like
the-
a 25% chance that the spellcaster actually cast a spell. I remember if I fought the what were they? Like the 6th knot or something? Zadaria.
Oh,
She didn't even
the
get to
White
cast a
Witch,
single
yeah.
spell.
No.
She was
No one
just
would have died. If
She was so
stabbing
confused.
Cash with a dagger.
That's
like,
all.
the
You
entire
don't
time.
get a choice, you know.
And then Sheep got killed by the ranger by going closer to him.
Oh, don't remind me, please.
I was so angry.
I was just sad.
Oh, goodness gracious.
That campaign really tore your nerves, Jonas.
Yes, it really, really did. Everyone was like, "Oh, it's gonna be all fine. Let's lean back." And I'm like, "Guys, we're fighting heaven itself.
Whenever
We need to think about this." And I'm like, "Nah, it's fine."
Whenever I
We
remember
fought
something
worse.
like that was great, and Jonas was so angry. Seems to be a theme. Yeah.
Jake, you got the grease spell? Or
Yeah, I got it.
I have an arcane point now.
Oh,
Now
what
I
do you do with that?
can do a swift action to have a +1 enhancement bonus on my weapon for a minute,
Oh,
once per day.
Yep.
good to put magic on something that's not magic.
Can
Can
so
you do
yeah,
that
now I
to
have
my weapon?
No, only my own.
Oh,
I only get one.
well, that's unfortunate. I still
Levels,
need a
I'll have
magical.
another one, and then
I still
another-
need a magical
another
weapon.
one.
I don't have that.
I now have a
Oh, I can
two
do
wrist
magical
sheaths
slashing.
though and 2 bandoliers. So I get the I can I have what was it, 1 bang grenade and the soft grenade in my wrists. I'm just like
another-
swift action grenade.
A possible hot spell for you to consider, Kurdun, might be enlarged person. I know a few fighters who would like that at least.
Would
yeah,
bind it.
it's probably either that or color spray.
Would put another D6
Color
on
spray
my
is really
damage
good,
right
but
there.
not so much now that we're getting up there in the levels. Color
Thing
spray is
is,
like a really good level 1
Enlarged
spell.
person is good forever. I'll want that until
Yep.
I can cast it myself, really.
Can even fit these corridors.
That's the issue, yeah. The corridor.
Yeah, he can be
We're
behind.
apparently going to
we
some
have
town.
We have Saren in the front, and then Rother behind, attacking over him with his reach. And then we just move like that through the corridors.
You had
Murder train.
Yep.
you had spell focus enchantment, didn't you?
Yeah.
Are there any good ones? Not really. Not at level
really,
1.
Not level 1. It's kind of... It's
How much
sleep.
sleep?
Sleep is the good one.
What a
And then the rest is
perfect
kinda,
What a perfect rogue talent for Pimion. Cunning Trigger. A rogue with this talent can use a swift action to set off any trap within 30 feet that she constructed.
Did you consider spell specialization?
Me?
No, Cordon.
What does
Specialization?
that do?
Well, it demands some intelligence. So I don't know if you can get it at this point if you don't have any investment that I can't see your tokens. So I have no idea.
I have
But
12
it
intelligence.
you select a spell for the school with which you have taken spell focus feat. You treat your caster level as being 2 higher for all variable effects of that spell. Every time you gain an even level in a spellcasting class, you can change the spell that you are specialized in.
The problem is
So you can have your sort of signature spell and keep it above your level.
the problem with that is that it's not that good with enchantment because it doesn't have that much level dependency.
I suppose.
And you can't raise the hit dice limit of sleep, not easily.
So
Also, a lot of enemies seem to be immune to this stuff.
Yeah.
Like all these
Well,
plants.
that's the weakness of it. But when you confuse people, they're fucked.
when you get level 4 spells, the world is going to shake as you pass.
And then when you get level 6 spells, it's gonna whine and bitch and moan, and then
Sheep is going to start
it's gonna get
mumbling
worse and worse.
and like,
You're gonna get to level 8 spells, right? At the end,
might.
I think
16.
sorcerer
Probably
isn't
not.
that 16? Sorcerer 8 spells.
Probably not. Takes a long time to get spells.
Yeah. It begins to feel faster though. It's only the first one that takes long. The first
You could be level 4 for level 2 spells.
Yeah, but then at level 6 you get level 3, and then level 8 you get level
It's every
4.
other level after that.
Yeah, it's front loaded. So at first it takes 3 levels with nothing, and then you just begin to get every other level. Yeah, at level 16 you get level 8 spells. It'll be the last level.
There's also a couple of technology-specific spells that you would be able to choose.
Oh.
For level 1, I think it's Detect Radiation, which might not be the most useful.
We don't know.
Anything else?
You have a
Are
gadget
you
for that.
saying
Well,
Sheep, that detect
our radiation
radiations?
detector only has 1 chargeable after Cardian. And
We
when
have
we use that
batteries.
charge, it's going to trigger
it's
a
time
No,
worn.
but it's time worn, so we can't recharge it.
Yeah, level
And,
1
speak-
is just Detect Radiation and Technomancer.
Yeah, and
You can break it down and make more of them, right?
I mean, maybe
In a few levels when we get the...
when it breaks when we use the last charge on it, it's going to trigger a glitch. So I should probably be the one to do that because I can roll twice.
What about that make whole spell that I'm gonna get at some point? Does that
I
work
don't-
on the time worn things?
There's no way to repair time worn items from what I can tell.
Make Whole, on the other hand, would work to heal Zarin. So that's
Become
a
his
thing.
personal
That's
healer.
odd, but...
At second level spell, there is a potentially interesting spell, which is Protection from Technology, which works as protection
and
from
Sheep,
evil.
you should
but
not have
for
told us
technology.
that because now you won't be able to do
Cast-
anything.
Cast that on Pimion and watch him cry as he tries to do things with technology and
Yeah.
it fails.
No.
Are robots considered neutral?
For what purpose?
Like protection from good,
Alignment?
evil, neutral?
Robots don't have an alignment.
Oh.
Not even
Yeah,
the
they're
horrible
just
murder
they're just
robots.
constructs.
Well, there may be exceptions. Who knows?
But it's
I mean, there's good plants.
It's not as a type they have it.
It's true. Remember the god plant thing you found in from night?
Me?
Yes, you.
Yeah. Found many things. And this campaign as well. Many strange things. It was fun.
Vanish could be a possible like survival spell for Kaenric.
I don't have too much problem with getting attacked.
No.
Trying to be smart with where I place myself.
It's working evidently.
I mean, a large person seems to be.
You haven't even cast Mage Armor most of the time, have you?
I did this time
Okay.
around when you were like searching around. I was like, I'd better put this armor on.
It's just
Keep in
generally
mind-
when we walk into the dungeon, I suggest just casting. It lasts for so many
Yeah,
hours.
it lasts
Yeah.
hours. So
Well, it was only 2 hours now, so
now
I
it's 3.
was waiting
Now
until
it's
we get to
3,
the
so-
rooms.
Oh, it's 3 now. Glorious 3 hours.
And now it's gonna last 3.
What spell to get definitely depends on what kind of spell you would like.
I mean, I want to focus on the enchantment stuff, but I already have sleep is so good, so
For
The-
a
The
spell,
problem with sleep is that this is the point where it starts to not
yeah, it
work
starts
at
to
all.
taper off slowly now.
Yeah, I know.
So,
But I'm waiting for level 2 to get my next enchantment spell.
I think a large person is a good pick.
I would like a large person. I think Grimmeth would too. If he had that and lead blades, then he just 4d6 with that sword.
Yeah, it would be
a lot of
brutality.
damage.
I mean,
It's basically 50% more, which is good.
Shield is another option if you want even more AC on yourself.
I think it's a choice between like enlarged person, vanish, and color spray.
In that case, since
I
color spray
would
is
vote
also
enlarged.
tapering off, I would say. Large
A
person
color
will-
spray is gonna be good forever. At
No.
least it can like
No.
stun for 1 round.
stunning's not that good though, and there's still a save.
The problem with Cloud Spray is that it has a very low range. And as we go up in level, things will get big and be able to reach like 10, 15 feet.
Oh, it doesn't even like increase the range at all.
Oh, and then it'll smack your face and you'll die.
It's a 15-foot cone, which might as well be a melee attack.
Which is why it usually isn't used that much.
I guess
Some
it's only
people
good
do it
if you
if they're
get the familiar.
oracles with like a heaven thing where they can.
A low-level magus loves color spray.
Yeah, but they're also a melee. Like,
Exactly.
person.
Yeah, I'm done with the server, by the way, Sheep, if everyone else is.
I am.
I don't know what else should I put on my.
Grease is also useful.
Grease
because
is
of the
very useful.
tripping
Yeah,
round.
but Jake has that.
Like if you want something for yourself,
Wait, hang on,
you could consider reduce person. Become small. You get +1 to all attack rolls and +1.
I would like
sonic
reduced
C
person because I would.
or
actually-
dexterity and less strength.
I'm just gonna turn everyone small and big.
Yeah,
That's
it's just
great, please.
it's transmutation. You know, that's great.
I don't want
Yeah.
it at all.
Instead of grease, you could also consider a thunderstomp, which has the advantage that it scales. It's a ranged trip attack that uses your caster level instead of BAB and your casting stat instead of your strength. It only works against one target, but it's still a trip attack that scales pretty well and has no save.
How good is tripping?
It's not.
It's decent until things fly,
yeah, which they
which
already
just
do.
happens around level
honestly.
7 or something.
They do already.
doesn't-
Remember the bots? They fly around.
But doesn't trip like if someone is flying, doesn't trip make them like fall to the ground?
No, flying creatures are immune to trip attacks.
Most
Thought it would
things
like
that have
entangle their wings
multiple
or something.
legs also are immune to trip, or just very good at not being tripped.
You could pick Infernal Healing.
Channel the blood of devils. It's a good spell.
It is. It is surprisingly good. Just,
Oh,
it's,
this-
how is this
consistent.
possible? It isn't. And we're like, oh. Give someone fast healing 1.
This thunderstorm is kind of nice that it doesn't provoke an attack of opportunity.
It doesn't.
No.
Nope.
I mean, if you cast it in melee,
I think the way. Let me double check. Where is it? Thunderstorm.
It says this does not provoke an attack of opportunity.
That
but
might be
is
for
it
the
a
trip
tripping?
attempt.
Yeah, is it a tripping attempt?
Yeah,
or is it
the spell casting still provokes. The actual trip attempt, which would normally also provoke an attack, does not. So it's basically like any other spell.
Uh,
I don't know. A large person seems. Oh gosh.
most useful.
The range is
That'll
close
reduce
though,
I
so
think. And it's 1 round. It's something you'd cast outside the door too.
Yeah, in large person, that's very important. That the spellcasting time is 1 round and not 1 standard action. Meaning you start it, and enemies may or may not specifically target you to stop you from succeeding in that spell.
But it's like
It is very good, but it also reduces defenses more. While
But with our
Yeah.
HP, that would be
yeah.
a problem, right? Our high HP.
man, it's the worst.
I think I'm just breaking even on. I am done
I
with the server
think-
as well, Ship.
So sad.
Okay, if you're done, just disconnect. So I can see.
Now
if
I need
anyone
to
will
roll
complain.
a 10 and then a 6, and then I'm like average.
I believe in you, Malachi.
I'm not
Oh man, I'm
sure
gonna
if I-
catch. I'm never gonna catch up.
did everything, but maybe I did.
Level
Just-
3. I'm never going to.
I
catch
just
up.
want to be as good as I would be if I rolled average every time.
Just look at your You're leveling up short for a sorcerer could do, and then add an additional feat for getting level 3, and you're done.
Yeah, it's probably gonna take a while for me to pick up feet.
There's a lot of them.
There's not too many caster feats that I would pick at this level.
Probably something for enchantment. Who knows?
Another one for enchantment.
I don't know. If you're focusing.
I don't think you can pick that yet. I think it'd be level 8 or something for like the further. And I don't think it increases DC either at that point. There was a reason I
It is
didn't pick it for
focus?
Zacharias, I think.
Let's see, +1 to difficulty class that stacks with the bonus of spell focus. All you need to have is spell focus.
Yeah, I don't know. Maybe.
Like,
At confusion with a +3 to its DC, that's pretty scary.
just link it to you.
Pretty scary.
That's not bad. It's just
Yeah.
it's the same as the other one that stacks. So, yeah. Or there's the meta magic feats where you can begin to do things like affecting other things with your. Of course, they're not really useful yet. It'd be a feat taken in advance.
Would this ear-piercing scream spell be good?
It
Ear
generally
Piercing Scream is one of the best level 1 spells. Like, objectively the best.
Like, I guess a lot of things
Ooh,
aren't
bringing
immune to
out the
sonic
big
damage.
O word, though.
Sonic damage immunity is very, very rare.
rare. Yeah.
Also daces.
It is, yes, that's the kicker of that spell. It doesn't do that much damage, but the
It
days,
does more than my acid thing.
delicious, delicious days.
There's the tech item descriptions link, by the way.
Okay.
I haven't kept track of how many we have of what, or like the charges or anything on here. This is just their descriptions.
Here we go. This is something that I think Rothor has already. Delusional pride. The target becomes so distracted by an overblown sense of worth and purpose that it takes a -2 penalty on attacks and skill checks. However, this feeling also gives the target a +2 morale bonus saves against charmer and compulsions. I am not fated to do this. No, it's not great.
I'm looking right now in the SOD, and there's a book called Affordable Arcana Magic Staves. That does not sound right at all. Those things cost so much.
Yeah, they're generally
Yeah,
Not affordable at all.
basically
Nobody uses
like
them because they cost
how to make a stick shoot
And
magic missiles.
And when I tried,
billions of gold.
and when I tried, it blew up half the town, and created a horrible arcane vortex.
Okay. Enlarged person or ear-piercing scream.
Or spell list. If you're not happy with it later, you can, like every 4th level, you can switch one up, right?
Yeah, that's gonna be a while then.
Forget one and then grab one.
If it's between those two, and if you want an attack spell, because I don't think the sleep is kinda.
It hasn't been. I mean, it's been useful, but when I can't use it, I only have my acid spell. That's just 1d3.
Piercing is good. I had use for it for quite a while as Zacharias.
Although it's gonna be a level 1 spell, so I can't spam it.
Yeah. That's the thing about being a caster. You generally don't have anything that you can just sort of
Just unload forever.
keep doing. But your things are generally more powerful than what other people do.
Situational.
I can do a D12 damage with my gun, and you're like, ho 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 ho! I bring ruin to a nation. Then you cast like earthquake, and the whole town explodes.
That witch spells that curses the earth so nothing will ever grow, and
horrible.
children can't be born, and
Horrible.
stuff like that.
There's like that necromancy spell that like raise the undead army or whatever. It's like,
Forever.
oh,
Yeah. The
yeah.
dead. There's a zombie
Yeah.
apocalypse spell.
Yeah, zombie apocalypse spell. And you're like, huh.
I do
can't
now.
shoot that.
I have created a world that I can rest within.
I do now, by the way.
Exactly. Create a whole
have-
new dimension.
I do have enough heal skill to where I don't need to be lucky to take 10 on the trauma kits. So
I imprisoned your soul within a gem that I sent to the middle of the earth.
I sold the gem to this lovely daemon that came by.
I built a wall of many colors that will not only turn you to stone and teleport you to another plane, also burn you, disintegrate you, and like corrode you all over,
That was
and
my,
also just make you utterly non-existent.
I was happy that I could trick the dragon in the final fight and wick it into that sphere. It's too bad he or she had a wish or something that got her out of it, but you know, it was a good attempt.
Miracle
look at
and
that
wish,
prismatic.
because some dragon has access to both the 20th level divine
my
and
God.
arcane spell
My
list.
God.
It turns out
So powerful.
counts as a 20th level cleric and wizard.
Speaking of things that break things.
Elder dragon. Oh.
And addition and
Word
in
full
addition
plate
to
without
that,
arcane spell failure.
and in addition to that, like spell-like abilities at cast a level 30 or something
Yep.
that they can use at will.
Yeah. And while this is happening, while we're fighting Solars that shoot us with death arrows, and a Titan,
Titan was before.
I guess.
Yeah, he wasn't at the same time.
What they should have done is to use one of those miracle charges to raise the Titan.
Also make him fly. But he was in a different place. He
I
was at the
suppose so.
bridge. You were high above the battle most of the time.
It's true.
That
It was a
Jake crashed into the ground.
pretty good. We have that picture
missile.
still, a death scene picture still of Jake's character just in a bloody pile on the ground.
But you won.
But that was a Dragon Ball fight, you know, it was in the air over the battlefield all the
Yeah,
time.
that
everyone
was pretty
flying.
good.
That's a 20th level epic. Like,
Yeah. I've never.
if good and bad people united together, they could slay a god with that level of
It's. I mean, that is the most power I have ever seen concentrated into a battle. Just everyone at max
it was
level,
pretty glorious, wasn't it?
fully
I gave them
equipped.
all personality. Not the little angels who are only like a CR 16. But the big guys were each individuals. They had like specialized spell lists and everything. It was great.
Yeah, it's.
But it was a worthy battle.
Yes.
You weren't given a victory.
No.
That
No.
was dumb. It was like, you could give them the victory. I mean, they might have earned it at this point. Like, fuck that. Who wants to be... Like, that's like, you're doing
would have
really well.
been-
I'm just going to say you won. No,
Yeah.
fuck that. That's
Yeah,
not... Who would
it's-
want that?
If we showed up and they just roll over, oh please, spare us, we'll be like, what?
What? Oh, no, the dragon is sick. Oh, it died. Oh, you're so
The
good.
dragon
Oh,
is
yeah.
sick and
Please
died.
don't beat me,
The,
big
the
shot.
silver dragon is sick.
You'd be like, this is so anticlimactic.
It has a fever, really. It can't really fight today.
And if you had lost, you would have at least known that you gave it your best.
Yes.
With all your power.
And even if we lost, that's the good thing about playing an evil campaign. Even if you lose, the good guys win, you know?
Yeah.
But yeah, we had... And we gave it our all, too. It was like pulling out all the stops. All the resources were spent.
Turning one character into two dragons. And
Yep.
like creating the abusive wizard things that doubles your buffs and
Yep.
whatever crazy things. And why not?
Yeah, that level
Motherfucker.
20.
How
that
often
level
do you get to
20
do that?
buff.
Probably never again.
No. No one goes to 20. There's a
Probably.
reason for that. Like when we were supposed to stop that bugbear army from running away, and I just erected like a prismatic wall in the way. Yeah, you're free to try to walk through that.
That was a pretty great God Wizard moment. Like, yep, let me just stretch my arms and force walls,
You're
cloud
literally
kill,
all
prismatic walls.
Yep.
Oh,
It was great. They just see the army and I just snap fingers, time stop, and then wall, and then that like fire mist or whatever I sent out to burn them. That was great. I had so much fun playing Second Rise. It was a wonderful.
you know, the balance in that campaign might have been out of whack, but it was hella enjoyable.
It was glorious.
Yeah.
Glorious.
When I'm a DM, I tend to let people get away with things. Could I play the Void Wizard? It looks really cool. Yeah, sure. Why not?
Woo!
It looks really good, but we'll have fun with it. Yeah.
And we did.
Yeah. I like to think I finally managed to hit the head of the nail with the balance in the last battle.
Yeah,
Didn't
I think you did.
pull out. Didn't. I wasn't being nice. And if you have the balance right, you don't have to.
Uh-huh.
You know.
it was so close.
It was. It was. It should have been, because it was the final battle.
It was supposed to be epic.
Yeah, we all prepare for this. We have 2 dragons now.
They had 2 dragons too.
They did.
Why did you form the dragon
Mm-hmm.
into a silver dragon, then mixed it with the fiery body to also be immune to fire?
Yep.
Suck it. Although she didn't really do that much because
We locked
Well,
her in, I think.
yeah.
Miracled her.
amazing.
Miracle,
way.
yeah, we
Thing.
miracled her.
Food
It's like,
in
oh,
it.
you have the body of goodness, and like Asurius, like the cardinal of hell, he
Space.
spreads his arm like, I beseech the Lord of Darkness himself.
Like above the battle here is like a good god, and like the hell with like arm
Yeah.
wrestling.
Yep. It was great. It was great. Oh, what memories. I should rewatch all of that.
No.
We still have to do the developer's commentary for the whole campaign, remember
It
that?
would be interesting, surely. Well, to do
Would
some.
it though?
If I had time, you know,
Yeah.
if I had a YouTube channel with like 100,000 people who would pay me to watch my stuff, I would do it, and I think I would actually find it very rewarding to do. But I don't have the liberty to
No.
do that.
It's like the commentary you would do. So as we see here, they completely fuck up everything, and
This is a fun moment because as a
This-
DM, I know that this is a red herring that has
Exactly.
nothing to do with anything.
as soon as they release the tyrant, their fate is sealed basically here, and
It does say that if they release Tyrant immediately, he will flip his shit because he's Dimilich and he will kill them all.
yeah,
Because that's a really dumb decision. Luckily, they didn't do that because they weren't that stupid. They waited a little bit until they were at higher levels so they could actually challenge him somewhat, and he wasn't that stupid about it.
yeah. And we kind of prepared that as well. We're like,
Just
so everyone
like,
was,
I want to get out. Okay, then he would have tried
oh
to,
guys, sounds like a good plan.
like sucked your souls in and eaten them all.
That would have been sad.
Man, I even prepared for him. Like, if you joined him and you all became unique undead and killed
Hey.
both hell and heaven.
Hey,
And bring it-
Zacharias was a unique
and-
undead.
Yeah, but all of them could have been.
I wanted to.
And then we could have had killed heaven and
Glorious.
hell, and then go with the suggested that we have no masters ending where both heaven where it's basically hell having played with too much fire and burned their own hands.
I see. That's what I wanted. But no, we had so many religious
I
people.
would have sided with that as well.
But all of these religious people.
Cash was
Are you-
really the one on
you-
the fence there.
Jonas, you don't even know how close I was to saying, fuck it, I'm going to have my character be stupid and join the tyrant.
You don't even know how
Oh.
close I was. If I think like at
If
that
one
point,
of you had done
if
it,
we,
the other one would have
yeah,
followed.
if we had looked
Yeah.
at each other, if we had the
Oh,
ability
yes.
to be in the same room and look at each other at that point, we would have done it. We would be like, yes.
Well, we actually had that moment when we confronted the tyrant. I sent you essentially a whisper saying, if you side with him, I'm going to.
Yeah, and I was like, I if you side with him, I'm gonna.
And then we just nodded conspiratoriously with each other.
It would have been great. It's just that there's just this black death hole on the world map.
He could have
Like,
given you a lot of things.
It's like we don't go there anymore.
Or he's not really that nice of a person, and you'd probably kill him in the end as well. to
Well, you know,
seize
that's
his
how it
power.
goes. That's how it
Because,
goes.
he has a thing where he is very good at dominating other undead, which you of course try to do. Because as it says in the book, everything considered, he's an evil, chaotic, maniacal, crazy, like the worst kind of asshole you could imagine. So, like, he may act reasonable, but he is not in any fucking way.
He
And
and Blue
it's
Horse.
all deceiving. And
He and Blue Horse have drinks and laugh at the people they have destroyed. Oh,
and then he would dominate it and force it to do things that it didn't want to do,
like give flowers to a baby.
just for fun.
Yeah. It's like, oh, I hate it so much.
It is like, chaotic, evil, crazy, basically.
Oh, what a campaign.
Never ever trust, ever.
And I never did. And that's why I didn't join him
Could
in the end. I
be.
was like, I just can't trust him to not
Unshackled
dominate me.
allies.
Because if it's something Zacharias will never ever allow is exactly that.
You're dominating.
So that,
yeah,
that was kind of one of the reasons.
sucks Chiron's soul and then
Yeah, I as a player knew exactly that would be the outcome, and I didn't mind because it would have meant that the rest of the party had to fight like undead Chagaman Kyron or something silly.
Mm-hmm.
Oh,
I have as
Watch upon my dragon slaves as they slither, licking at his chin, I suppose. He would have loved it, but I think conveyed him to be crazy enough that, even though he tried to conceal it. You paid him so much money, Sheep.
yeah, I did,
Paid for all he ever needed.
and it never got me anything.
I'll take your money.
Friendship. He offered you everything you wanted.
You just need to sign here. Yes.
You would have gone through with it too, but as soon as the chance was where you were weak, I mean, goes without saying that he would have betrayed you, of course.
But together, Sheep, we could have taken him
You could have.
and split his power evenly, right?
You could have read the powers of the tablets and gained unending control over forces of googs and like aberrant horrors, in addition to the ability to control pretty much countless undead.
Oh.
And then invaded the world with the black shroud of death that was spread out to cover it in its entirety eventually. That's a different way to become an arch-villain.
Destroy the world. Yeah, but it was too many clerics and paladins and
Religious ending, yeah.
yeah. Not for Zacharias though. He left. He had enough at that point. It's just I'm out.
The devil is my only master ending. Yeah. Safe to say I was excited when I read it. I was like, oh, look at the potential. This can become so much.
Power.
And you look at Chuck Ammon's picture and like, that's good fucking art. That's an amazing moment.
Yep.
And like a year later, it was. And I think that's a really good DM experience.
Yeah. It's good when you have those. It's like when you discovered the sub in Throne of Night, I was like, this is going to be great. Because they're going to love it, I'm going to love it. It's going to be awesome.
Yeah.
And it kind of was.
It's what I hope Sheep has a lot of moments with in this campaign.
No, it's actually quite
It's like,
boring.
no, that's kind of nice.
I mean, that's...
The way the Wicked had so many like moments that I want to be epic. Some of them I feel like I didn't do justice, but I think I did most of them well, just because I look forward to them, and I think that energy gets conveyed.
Yeah. It's obvious when the DM has something good up his sleeve, and it's like, oh, just you wait. Just you wait.
When you killed the dragon and Deserter walked out slow clapping. Like, let me tell you something.
Oh, Deserter.
I didn't like that character. It was very devilish.
Deserter was great.
Always dapper and having just a bargain that seems too good to be true.
I also feel bad that we didn't talk more to Aramanthus. He seemed like a cool dude.
Yeah.
Traveling the plains, teaching people about love, you know?
Yeah. Talking to people, showing them the world and how much good they could do if they tried.
I think Renfos is one of the moments where I would love to have heard more of him, but it just...
But all the round and minute buffs.
It was also...
not the buffs. It was just my character wouldn't have fucking cared about what he is about. Not at all. Not a single bit.
No, not Zacharias either at that point. He was just, I just destroy you completely. That's all I care about. And also we had like an army coming up the stairs that we had to sort of hold off. Like a force wall or something. I forget what I did to block that off. But that's also something you can do if you're an arcane caster. Just...
I don't think there was an army. I think we just went and killed everyone.
Aramanthus or...
Aramanthus Isle. I seem to recall something up the
you went
staircase.
and you talked to them and you went to explore them and you were like, well, let's kill them. And you began murdering everyone. Yeah. You woke up to that guy in the library, you were like, who are you? And he's like, oh, don't mind me, I'm just looking at books. And you're like, all right,
fine. You're not
going to kill the dragon.
You're not gonna stop us if we kill the dragon. He's like, no.
I'm just
Oh, just
looking
here
for
reading.
something. Just
Okay,
some
well.
alien thing.
That's fine. That's fine.
Who has a name that can never be pronounced?
Yeah, of course. Oh well.
Well, was that Sorg? It left, I think.
Just never
Because it was
seen
like,
it.
well, you killed the dragon. You had to talk to him. I guess I'll leave.
Oh well.
Yeah.
Well, I also guess this is the end of the stream, guys. I need to rest because I'm not feeling that great. And yeah, so thanks for watching. And won't be a session tomorrow. But next week we should be back to regular schedule, I think. Is that right, Monica? Or is it 1 week more after that?
I believe we play the night for my stuff anyway.
Okay. Then next week we are back at regular schedule with both Iron Gods and Caladan Chronicles.
Got a trial.
Yes, the trial. It's going to be very exciting. Hopefully. Yeah. See you guys later. Bye.
Bye.
Bye.